One. Yes, one. One is
Yes,
where
one, where we returned 1,752 employees onto the payroll after they were validated. We noted that during the validation exercise, there were certain minor omissions that were made by these officers, which we asked them to bring forward. And out of the 5,532 who had been deleted, 1,752 who presented valid documents were returned on the payroll, and they have been paid.
and the rest.
The rest are still deleted. They are still off.
No, we are saying, is there any chance that they can find their way back?
There was a specific window given, but those, for example, who are abroad studying, once they come, because we're also given those details, once they come, we would be able to validate them and
let's
get
speak
back home.
numbers. The 5,532. What was the total wage bill? Because I see now the effect is 1.8 billion for 1,752. So what was the total for the 5,532? Because we want to establish a saving. Because just 1,700 attracted 1.85 per month.
Billion.
So what was the original question amount of money under review?
Honorable Chair, let's refer to the report. We'll give the figures.
The 1.85 billion is the total with 532 employees who were deactivated.
So the 1.85 was for the 5,000.
Yes.
Okay. You absent-minded. We're on table one.
Chair, we want to refer to the actual report.
And I don't think what we are submitted is right. If you see million divided by 5,532, average is 334. I saw some people earn much. There must be something which quick mathematics, simple one. It can't be for that. So you mean nobody earns above that 334,000 per month?
Chair, we want to refer to the report.
Which
We don't want to mislead the...
No, we are referring to this report, which I don't think you have a response to. In the report, we're asking the 5,532. What was bill vis-a-vis the 1,752 and the figure of 1.85 billion? Which animal are we skinning?
Chair, let's send the figures without having that original report.
Yeah, thank you. I've been able to get the exact figure. The 1.85 billion is the figure for the 1,752.
Is for
the ones which were restored on payroll.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get the entire total of the 5,553 this will require some addition because there was 22.2 billion, then there's 23 billion, there's 9 billion.
No, what we require, sir.
So the figures are there.
No. What you are taking us, sir.
Yes. After the audit, we are accounting for the 1,752.
Yes.
Yes.
What we are saying.
Yes.
When the Auditor General reported and recommended a deletion,
Yes.
not so, of 5,532 employees. What was
1,532 was 55.1 billion.
per month?
This is annual, 55.1 billion.
Because 1.8 is per month.
Yes, for the only 1,752. Per month, that is per month.
Okay, you add the 7, give out annual, the 1,752, okay?
Yes.
Attract 1.8 billion per month. So times 12, what do you get? 22.2. 22.2 billion. Are we right?
That's right.
Eh? Now, this is for the 700, 1,000, 5,532. What is the figure?
Chair, since the auditors are here, maybe
No,
they
sir.
can help because this is from their report.
Sir, the auditors are here. This is the figure you know. By the way, the audit report was sent to you for implementation. Not so? By the time they sent 1,752, they sent you an audit report for you to delete after verification of 5,532. But you had to go and validate. When you validated, you realize 1,752 were passing the mark. So you recommended a reinstatement and even a payment of arrears, if I'm to get you right. So the question I'm asking is very simple. The 5,532, what was the wage implication? So that, from that you can deduce and you know the amount that you have saved. Because this is the PAC. We are not a sector committee. Sector committee discusses sector. For us, we look at figures.
Yeah, Madam PS, who is your planner here? Oh, accountant can do it. Someone in accounts. Look at the average.
Honorable Chair, we don't want to guess. Let the commissioner send for that report, and then we'll be speaking from what is in
As we proceed.
Yes, please.
There, from the Auditor General's report. I can't ask him to find out, but you should. Can we proceed? We have packed 66 employees either died, absconded, or retired, yet remained on the active payroll. Implication, 1,045 million. The 1,166 employees be deleted from the active payroll and investigations undertaken by the Criminal Investigation Directorate. That was what you agreed, that they be deleted. The question is, Madam Sir, who are these accounting officers? That occasioned in which these agencies, in which these employees were, whom we are recommending to CID for investigation and criminal whatever undertaken. So they are in service freelance, we are investigating them.
Honorable Chair, the investigations are available.
The names.
The names are available, and the CID has been engaging with them.
No, forget about CID now. He said they'll come up. We need that list. And are they in active service?
They are, sir, except for those who.
Because this is the
contracts were not
question
renewed.
from the word go that I mentioned. That under our employment policy or act, the moment we are allowing this happen in government, later on you will see an audit here, in the very audit, that even the police where you are sending these fellows, you are also saying they are also have the issue, police itself, where you are saying go and investigate.
They have issues. Also.
They also have issues. So how do they investigate them?
In fact, Chair, you will recall the other day when we were
Can we look for the issue of police where you are sending and we discuss the two? Whether that in any way is practical. Let's look at police is number what? Mdimi, where was police?
9.
Number 9. There are a number of employees lacking qualification in Uganda Police Force, whereby promotion to senior and managerial ranks does not depend on the qualification, but on the number of years in Uganda. The amount you could not even establish, the money involved. Government should undertake a comprehensive manpower audit in Uganda Police Force to adopt and implement a qualification framework. Now, these fellows where you are sending to investigate on the payroll, these are the characters. No, we are just discussing. I mean, we are Uganda. This space here we have is where you get an opportunity with your agency
but Chair,
to discuss.
Chair, through you, I wanted to find out from the Auditor General whether they had challenges of getting those lists, because I think that was part of their work. Because you should have really gone out to get to fit. You mentioned a figure or the whatever, and then the people that were involved. I thought it was the Auditor General.
Madam PS, if I've been an accounting officer somewhere, paying ghost people, okay? Auditor General has established verification exercise of yours has confirmed, okay? You are saying CID again investigate. This fellow is seated in the office. No disciplinary action taken.
But Mr. Chairman, when you read number 2,
yes,
1,166 employees either died, absconded. They have said already they are not there, but they have remained active on the payroll. And here you say, be deleted.
be deleted the people who
They are not there.
oh, okay.
Some have died. You know they have died. And
No, it's saying they are still active on the payroll. She's saying delete them from the payroll. But this payroll, there is an accounting officer paid for on a daily to sit an office and ensure that once someone has died, please remove. They did not do the work. You validate it in your committee. The gentleman is still seated freely in the office. You're always saying police investigate. The police who are sending to investigate are also having issues. So aren't you defeating yourself the purpose of this special audit payroll? The implicit space. Just imagine what happens. So, and Parliament gave us another mandate that we are no longer recommending officers, we name them. That last year, they added that when you are speaking officers, even you are accounting to you, madam, accounting officer, we shall not refer you to that the accounting officer explained. We will say the accounting officer, madam, so that you put a name to the explanation, so that people know. Now, these fellows, do you have this file, these names?
Yes, Chair, we do.
And you have still recommended them here to the accounting officer in the year under review. Because
Honorable
when
Chair,
you
we
bring a
don't
budget,
recommend.
now when you bring a budget, the Minister of Finance comes along with the list of accounting officer for approval by Parliament. On your own public service, Minister of Finance recommendation, the same crafted people, you have brought them again to continue managing. So can we go after them? We need to bring this list also. And we are going to go with them one by name by name. So that wherever they are, let's cause a certain level of discomfort for some of these very secure, permanently pensionable workers. me, 5 years I'm being abused by voters left, right, and center. Okay, just for renewal, all these ones they're explaining, but some fellows say, that is rubbish. For us, we do Manyanga next day. So, can we have this list, madam? Before close of this meeting.
Yes, yes, Honorable.
Thank you. 3.2, no, and 3 employees did not show up for validation exercise and have not been accounted for. Now, let's do simple math, madam. Now you are saying, go back to 1. Out of 5,532 who had been deleted, okay? 1,752. I want us to substitute. How many remain? Mudimi.
Yes. This 3,000 is not part of the 5,000.
This 3,000?
It's not part of the first number 1.
They are not part of the number 1.
No.
552 had been recommended for deletion. They go for validation exercise. And 3,003 employees did not turn up, did not show up for validation. Now, audit, the 3,000 are part of the 5,000.
No, they are not.
Sure?
They are part of the 45,572.
The 3,000, they never appeared for a validation or for your exercise. For your exercise, not a validation. They never appeared. They didn't see them. So these 3,000 were not part of the 5,000. The 5,000 showed up, but they had issues. So you are saying the 3,000 is a standalone number. It did not show up. It's a standalone numbers. And even when we went for validation, because this report you are now auditing, you audited the validation report again, how it speaks to your original report. Now, 3,000 did not show up for validation, not for your exercise. No. Get these 2 processes happened. Get the 2 processes. The Auditor General audited and had figures. Okay? Parliament recommended, we are here. Parliament recommended that you do 2 things. 1, you do a verification of officers who are partially and not validated. as a ministry, then to establish the exact wage bill. That's the two mandates you are assigned to do as a result of this special audit. You set up a team to go around the country for what happened?
Honorable Chair, we had not anticipated General was going to give us back part of their assignment, the assignment that they had been given. So we validated from the Ministry of Public Service. We do not have a budget to go anywhere.
Okay. Now you validated.
Yes.
You validated the report by your team. Because it was a mandate, the validation showed that 3,000 did not turn up and had not been accounted for. Am I right? Okay? And you adopted it.
Yes, Chair.
Did you in any way change this figure from the Auditor General's findings? Is this, Auditor, is this what is figure exactly as in your audit report? How many employees out after your audit that you are saying they go and validate? Are they part of the 3,552 plus the three? No. You are saying, let me speak to you, sir. Out of 5,052 who had been deleted following.
It is here. What I was thinking, the response, to roll that question to here that time. So coming here, it means that the question still stands. How about if we agree that they go back and normalize the issue?
You clarify, sir. Let me get you to tell me the figure of 5,552 and the 303.
The figure of 5,532 was the...
Honorable Chair in Office, we had the National Archives and Records Center as a validation center. And the office, we scheduled all those who hadn't come for validation from all votes all over the country and in the ministries, and they came for validation.
Okay. Now, who are the accounting 1,000? Because, no, they are scattered, but they are generated from a particular vote. Not so? We want these votes that yielded these numbers. And the managers of these votes are going to be accountable. You have recommended to CID for investigation. For us, we want to take a management decision. Forget about establishing criminality. These are people who have been having ghost people who can't show up. But what amazes you is that they are still in office. And public service has not taken action. The only thing is CID investigate. And I can assure you, as day follows night, you will be here 2 years down the road. There will not be anyone taken. And this is why we are losing the whole war on corruption. When a report is adopted by the government, it is self-explanatory. You have already recommended then you say investigate. Now investigate what? Now, now what are you investigating? For people who have not shown up, even on verification. You have even deleted, but you are saying investigate. Why don't you straight away say, police, CID, prepare a file for prostitution? But you are recommending another investigation and incurring another cost on an obvious case which the Auditor General has established.
Mr. Chairman.
I think behind us, we have the team from CID. And if you allow, first of all, let me introduce myself. Sorry, I'm Silas Augon, MP Kumi Municipality. and a member of this committee, and I'm your well-wisher. Behind us here, we have the CID team, and they should be able to guide us in terms of procedure. If they are given an assignment of investigation, what happens after that? And they should talk about this particular story, what happened. Maybe they will be able to give us some light and give us a headway. So
in the case there are issues,
Chair, if that is the case, then it will mean that we will need the DPP.
you need either. No.
Yes, because I'm told you.
But to me, I believe that those accounting officers, as well spelled out, should come out clear and help. Not even helping, I think it is a requirement, because when I remember, sorry, I always disturb my colleague, who shall continue, you will be a victim of covering up others, and you carry the pressure for no good reason.
PS, I know what you are fearing.
Chair,
You are fearing that if you tackle accounting officer, you are going to fire literally all vote holders. I know the implication is that these numbers, as they are generated, they might affect all votes of government. And you are required to, let's fire them. For one time, we know you were serious, you helped the country. That's the only way we are going to get around this issue. Because the moment, now, can CID, if it investigates, can it reverse these deletions? Because CID is now for just prostituting. Simply say, these guys, CID, prostitute, don't investigate. But what investigation are these fellows who don't know audit are going to do when the auditors have been there? These CIDs. Okay.
Chair, my only worry is whether the accounting officer will be having the jurisdiction to decide on which case fairly needs to be prosecuted. Because I would maybe think there should be another department of government.
Don't worry, sir. Don't take us that road, Honorable.
Chair, I say so because I'm your member.
Yeah.
I say so because I'm your member. And I really think some decisions can injure government because the laws are there. Sometimes you want to do quick actions, somebody runs to court, at the end of it, government will suffer a huge financial loss. So maybe we need all our people, our players, to come and tell us exactly what they failed to do.
No, you see, once you have gone for prostitution, there's the DPP. He will look at this file. These are criminal cases and see the ingredients. But now another investigation by CID to determine that you can prostitute or not prostitute. Just, so my worry is, by this approach you've taken, you are defeating the purpose of the special audit. Straight away, it is not going to yield any results whatsoever. That's my worry. I may be wrong. Yes, PS.
Thank you, Honorable. I'd like to clarify that from the Auditor General's report, there us where, as rightly indicated, verify those who are partially and not validated, and establish the exact wage bill of government. As a ministry mandated over the payroll, for those who are obviously did not appear and who needed to be deleted, we took action. The investigations were not by the ministry, were not instructed by the Ministry of Public Service. No. However, we are aware that there is a disciplinary process that takes place. The executive instructed the investigation. And you will recall, Honorable, that there was a clear statement made to the Office of the Auditor General that why would that report go to those who had not requested for it. I don't wish to elaborate further, but that is on record. So I am not very sure why we are being pinned on the matter, whereas processes are taking place in their logical order. I beg to submit.
I understand where you are. I've read cars as we struggle in the jam, these 1 inches need to go very fast to reach desks and do work for government. And here you are, 7,300 worth this 15 billion. Who are these officers? Because even if Parliament has approved them, we can now move Parliament to say these officers, when we are presenting the report, be removed. We cancel the approval. Because that will be a discipline to Ministry of Finance for not joking with the time. You call an exercise, it's brought to you, you don't act, you investigate, and here you are. Do you have anything to say about this? Because yours you recommended. But the question is, did you put this in writing to Ministry of Finance?
We did, and we shared the report, the meeting.
And you have a copy of the letter?
We have evidences.
Can you adduce that evidence by end of today? Yes?
I request that in principle, they really help us to provide the details you are asking for all the categories. Those who went for study and they didn't what, we need to get the list. Those who didn't what, I think that will be a good thing because we should know which department, which station.
Stop people from receiving their salaries. I'm sorry I'm deviating, but how comes that people, civil servants, public servants today have not gotten their salary and the excuse is that you are integrating from, I think, IPPS to some other system? So if you are integrating, should that be an inconvenience to me not to receive my salary for 3-4 months? Maybe that is why some local governments have their own payroll system. So can we first of all know the entities, and then maybe the PS can also tell us why we have this problem across.
We shall leave it at that. For us, we are not going to go back now, police investigate. Those small actions that you can do, we do. I mean, that's why I find you, madam, a bit faulty. Is that the things that are within your powers to do, to enforce this kind of, you've not done. An accounting officer does all these things, and you are saying, delete, investigate. What is it? Are you so powerless as Nampala? Because on behalf of government, you are the people responsible for public servants, for their everything. You are saying, me, I've received this information, you've caused this, investigate. Interim actions within your powers that to navigate carefully don't lead to a financial loss.
But Chair, what are